So I am I am pacing around the house here, um, trying to deal with the anxiety of feeling unproductive. It is I think day 3 of deciding to take a break from math and code. Over the past 3 days, I've done like a handful of coding, JavaScript videos, literally things that I've done in the past, recapping those. And I think I don't think I've done like any math in like 3 days. And before that, it was like 2 days off of these things pretty much. So it's been close to like 5 days now, pretty much without my regular routine of math and code. And a lot of that stemmed from a few days ago. I realized I was experiencing burnout because I had been working so hard on these things the past 30 or 40 days. I think I had less than 10 days off in the last 40 plus days of math and code. And over half of those days, I spent more than 8 hours learning math and or code. And this is one of those things where when I'm gaining momentum, I tend to burn out because I go all out until I burn out. And I typically don't tap on the brakes. It's either I'm, all in, pedal to the metal, or like slamming on the brakes. That's pretty much the story of my life and history of my driving when I was younger. Beyond bringing up memories my parents probably don't like me talking about publicly, I am really kind of blown away how I can feel unproductive from not doing these really hard things. Doubling down on the way I do habits and really breaking it down into a database system and reading books like The Power of Habit and learning the psychology behind these things and understanding how to talk and listen to myself and others with, Lost Art of Listening and the I Am Accountable book. I'm really starting to see how even, what I'm doing with math and code, being productive with it, using the modafinil and 2 days on, 1 day off. And it was over 2 weeks that I was trying that regimen, and the productivity I saw, I was getting addicted to productivity. I think they call that becoming a workaholic, which I know is in my blood. I know it's in my blood. I don't have a history of that myself per se, but seeing that pull to just be productive for productivity's sake is very counterproductive to my goal of turning skills into habit. So this is, I guess, a self-enforced abstinence of something that is hard but also rewarding. And I'm already starting to feel that motivation come back because, 4 or 5 days ago, I could barely get motivated to even look at, the coding, even look at the LinkedIn Learning page or the Khan Academy page, and now I can't stop thinking about it. And it's really interesting to make myself take a step back and look at this and feel that passion build up. And understand that I'm in control and that my passions aren't in control of me, even when it's something that could be life-changing, like learning math and code, and something that's always held me back, and starting to gain momentum. Even now, when you would think, well, why wouldn't I, first sign of getting passionate about this again, just jump back in? Because I have the choice. I have the control. I am in control of my mind, my body, and my passions, not the other way around. And this is how I learn to be self-mastered and balanced and find harmony within and without, and understand that I'm not seeking feelings. I'm not seeking or chasing these feelings of motivation or passion or happiness or pain relief. I'm just doing what I need to do and putting myself in check when I'm trying to avoid pain, putting myself in check when I'm trying to chase pleasure, and finding that balance so I don't spin my wheels, burn out, or slam on the brakes too much. It's coming to know myself, coming to know my habits, coming to know my passions, coming to know my pains. It's getting to know myself. It's getting to know myself and not judging myself and doing things for something greater than a selfish type of fulfillment. The feelings, that's chasing the feeling is always selfish. It always is. Which sucks, because it's also simultaneously the key to productivity. So not letting that become my crutch is how that history of workaholicism that's in my blood stays in my blood and doesn't get into my habits. Because I don't need to be a workaholic. I don't need to crave work to be fulfilled.